We gather there may be a resignation in Scotland. Humza Yousaf may just call it a day. He's been struggling to secure support to lead his minority government after the Bute House agreement collapsed. This is the one which caused the SNP to go into power with the Greens. He's facing two no confidence votes this week. Alex Salmond, who's now leading the Alba party, had demanded that if Yousef wanted his support, then he's got to progress Scottish independence. But anyway, he hasn't resigned yet. But what about this?
Yeah, what's he done? So he's basically massively shot himself in the foot by getting rid of the Greens.
No, I think they were going anyway. That's the thing. I mean, so they had this coalition. I think it's that thing where, we were talking about this on Friday, where you hear your girlfriend's about to dump you. So you dump. Well, I dumped her, you know. It was literally like that.
Yeah.
So he said they're gone.
But even so, why did that happen? Because it sounds like they're breaking green promises.
Yes, that's the one. Because they said we will get to net zero by 2030. And clearly they weren't going to get there. Yeah, so the SNP said it's not going to happen. What do you make of it?
And they didn't speak out strongly enough, according to the Greens, against renewed drilling in the North Sea because they will rely on funds from that. So it was all moving apart, OK.
And there's a trans thing going on as well, by the way.
Yeah, there is, absolutely. I just think he's a very poor politician, Mr Yousaf, because right from day one, I've just regarded him as angry man, you know what I mean? He seems to get angry about everything. And, he got angry about Hamas and what's happening in the Middle East. We all are angry about it, but he took extraordinary measures like saying...
His relatives were trapped in Gaza.
Sorry?
Yeah, exactly.
His relatives were trapped in Gaza.
Mother-in-law.
But he suddenly made a unilateral declaration that Scotland would now take people in. I mean, come on, you're part of the United Kingdom. I just think he's not handled it very well. And the problem is, he's become leader at a time when the curve was going like this, the NSP, wasn't it? After problems, he went in as the continuity candidate, but unfortunately, the continuity was going down, and he jumped on board as it was going down.
Yeah,
so.
And there's a whole legal thing which we mustn't talk about because it's going to go through the courts, but involving Sturgeon's husband and maybe others, we don't know. That didn't help.
No.
So, I don't know, maybe it's the end of the independence dream, is it?
It looks like it's declining, and I don't think he's going to do a deal with Alba either. So.
No, he won't. I think that's why it's suddenly speeded up to he might resign today rather than wait for the confidence votes, because I think Alex Salmond has made it absolutely clear you're not getting my vote under any circumstances, so he's got nowhere to go.
Yeah.
So, but it's a falling out on the same side because Salmond wanted independence and he's ex-SNP but they just hate each other.
Also with these independence parties, yes, they might agree on independence, but there's an awful lot they don't agree on, which is why coalition is difficult.
Sorry to interrupt you, I didn't mean to. On a wider platform, I also think it says a lot about devolution and how, in my opinion, how disastrous it's been for the United Kingdom. Look at the way Wales has turned out, reversing policies on 20 miles an hour, NHS crumbling in Wales. Scotland has literally gone downhill since devolution.
Look at England.
Yeah,
look at the way England is governed.
But Scotland's gone down faster. Its education system has deteriorated more rapidly. It's now the drug centre of Europe. It can't build ferries to get its people around its country.
I'm sorry, but you could list off, goodness knows how many things that have gone wrong for England under our government. So I don't think devolution is the issue here.
Let's see. I mean, one thing I think we can probably agree on, which is on a small island, you don't need 4 governments to work out how to tackle a virus.
Totally agree.
And that was a very strange period when you think about that he goes to Scotland, you've got different rules on COVID from England or Wales. So
them competing against each other.
I know. I mean, that turned out to be
policies.
very strange.